You can definitely eat an underripe apple. Might give you guts ache later on. That's still quite tasty, but it's definitely not ready. Okay, so it's getting towards the end of August, and I see it all over social media. People have started to harvest their apples, and for most of the time, it's too soon. So apples are generally ripe between the middle of August and November, but it depends completely on variety as to when that time is. I've got loads of apples here. My neighbours will start onto me fairly soon. Why haven't you harvested your apples yet? And it's because they're not ready. You need to look for a few different things. They need to look ripe for a start. This is my Scotch Bridget. This is a keeping apple. Most keeping apples are never ready early. This one won't be ready till kind of October, middle of October kind of time, even though some have dropped on the ground. So there are some down here on the floor. Not sure how many have been knocked off by the chickens, but you can see it doesn't look ripe. So that's the first kind of giveaway. One way to tell is obviously taste. This I know isn't right though, because we'll cut this open. And you can see how the skin, hopefully you can see how the skin is quite green. So it's not, you want it kind of white or creamy there to be ready. And also you can see the pip, it's completely white. I want the pips to be brown when they're ready to harvest. So this one is not ready to harvest. So I do have some early apple trees. I've got a Worcester, I've got a Discovery, a Beauty of Bath. Beauty of Bath, absolutely the most early apple tree, and that's really the end of July. It falls off the tree before it's even ripe. A really soft apple, really quite juicy. Unfortunately, my tree is too small for those. Same with my Discovery. I thought I'd planted a Discovery behind there and was kind of fooled by supermarket labelling, because it definitely isn't a Discovery. And that's a great early apple, but none of the early apples really keep. The Worcester is probably my earliest one here, and even that's not ready. Let's go have a look. So although you can see, had quite a bit of wasp damage there, which isn't ideal. So these are looking quite ripe. Some of these looking really nice. They kind of ripen different stages on the tree. This is quite a nice light open tree that I've pruned every year, so it kind of gets even sun, but sometimes they don't. So sometimes in the middle it takes a little bit longer to ripen. So the apple wants to come away from the tree really easily. You don't want to be like that. It's still got quite a grip on it. I'm going to pull it off. I'm going to waste this apple, and we're going to have a look. Hopefully the pips should have started to go brown by now. Not a very sharp knife. You can see they're still white. The flesh still slightly green. This is not ready. Taste will tell you that as well. There's like a bit of dryness left in your mouth. The Worcester apple's quite mealy anyway, but it's like particularly mealy, so it's not ready. I'm sure the chickens will enjoy it. Okay, so this one is ripe. This is a George Cave. This is a really underrated early apple. Discovery kind of takes all the credit a little bit, but I think this one's equally as good. See, it's got a nice colour to it, and the pips have gone brown in there. Really tasty apple. I've only got this in my cordons here, but it's a tree that's good enough. It makes me think I'd like to plant it as a standard somewhere in the orchard, because it's just a lovely early apple to look forward to. So if you want to get the absolute best from your apples, don't harvest them before they're ready. Make sure you're picking them when they're ripe. You want the absolute maximum amount of flavour. You want its storage ability if it stores, and you get all that from it being ripe when you pick it. They taste better for you. You know, you're giving your own crop its absolute maximum chance to shine. So don't pick them early. Enjoy them when they're meant to be enjoyed. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.